Hello, and congratulations on your purchase of your brand new Trooper. So I wanted to come through today and make a delivery video, and this video is going to be what if you come in person and pick it up. These are all the things and the pointers that I give you when you come. So for all my customers that are out of town, well, you're going to know everything the same as the people who come and pick up. So let's get started. I'll try to roll through it as fast as I can. If you miss something, you can always back up and watch it again. We want to start out on this side of the grill. Let's start out with this, what people would call a damper. It's actually just a lid, okay? So what I don't want you to do is come in and try to adjust the flow through the grill. That is gonna mess things up and cause dead pockets, okay? So you wanna open this full. We cut that into the lid to remind you. That's gonna give you the proper flow going through your grill, okay? So you wanna close that when you're done with your cooks in order to keep little critters out, okay? Is a reason for that. As we come around, we wanna lift our lid up so I can start showing you some of the internals. We're going to go over the front table real quick. Remember, it's three position, but what I'm trying to show you right now are the pins. These are what you're going to be focusing on this and on your upper grill grate, okay? So you always want to know where your pins are at. And there are notches, and where those notches are at. The notches are what lock everything into place, right? The same is going to be with your upper grill grate. This can be confusing for people, but we're trying to show you how it's actually very easy if you know the trick. And the trick is going to be to hold it up at about a 10-degree angle. What that does is that gets it out of the locking notches, which makes it difficult if you don't know that. So you're going to be able to pull that entire out. You're going to take a look here. You can see the pins on the sides. That's what I'm always looking at. I come through. I want to understand my track system. So we've got one straight track with two notches that actually lock it in. And then we have the one for the convertible, okay? So now you got to understand which track that you want, and that's where your upper grill grate will be. We're gonna come in, we'll get our first pins on. We're remembering that 10-degree angle. We're gonna come all the way back, and we're in our locked position, okay? Now that I'm going to pick back up at the 10-degree angle, I'm going to look at that first pin and see when it goes into the upper track that goes down, and it falls right into place, okay? So just pay attention to the pins, pay attention to where the track locations are at, and it'll work great for you. We want to come through on your on your bottom grill grate, and I just wanted to show everybody it needs to snap in behind the stainless steel plate, okay? Heat diffuser. You have a very unique heat diffuser on this machine. It has a handle on the right-hand side that allows you to rotate it so you get access completely to your fire cup. But what we're going to show you right now is what you would do in order to get that off. So there is a pin right here and a pin right there. And I'm going to show you what those two pins do. So as we rotate this over, we're going to come in, press down on these tabs, and we're going to be able, so now you understand that it's a two-piece system to that, okay? Then we're going to be able to bring that back up. Pull this pin, pull this pin. Now you have easily gotten your heat diffuser completely off. Now you could scrub on that or shine it up or whatever you might want to do. Okay, let me just move this stuff here out of our way. All right, so now as we come around, we are going to go through the clean out process. So we're going to move our table up. I'm going to show you your bottom door. You see how easily that opens up. Now you have your drip pan. You're going to lift up on your right-hand side. Pull out, okay? The reason for the lifting up is because this little piece of pipe here that we have. I like to come in and hook it on the left side, hook it on the right side. You can see that. Now, you're going to do 18-inch wide foil. You don't have to make it to where it folds all the way around. So just try to get your pieces to where it just is able to be pressed up around the corners, and it's going to be plenty good, okay? You don't have to knock a hole in the aluminum foil unless you're going to be cooking a lot of really fatty foods. If not, just let the ashes and the grease mix together because it makes it very easy to clean up by just wrapping up the aluminum foil. You're going to set it down, hold up your right side. Okay, let it it snap back into place. Okay, now I want to show you about the auger assembly. So when you first get the unit, you're going to find some things on the inside. We're going to have our grease catching bucket here. That bucket's going to go around and it's going to hang on a hook right there, okay? Then you're going to get what we call our basket. And we want you to put that on the pellet slide on the back side. That's going to catch any little chips or dust or whatever might come out. Then next you're going to find this package. It's going to have the screen tag. It's going to give the serial number of your controller. You're going to need that when you're getting your Wi-Fi and everything hooked up. Also, it's got 2 meat probes that come with it, and 1 ambient probe and a grill clip. And also there is a little small Allen wrench right here. Try to hang on to that because that Allen wrench fits this knob. After years of service, that set screw could loosen up and your knob might slide down and you might feel it not clicking anymore. So you would just pull that back out and tighten it up, but you have one that comes with your kit. This paperwork here is important. That's why it says it on there, okay? So you're gonna need to make sure that you turn lid detection off on our can-do units. We want that. That is built into the fireboard controller, and we want you to turn it off. That explains how. Okay, all of the caution labels and everything, please read through those for me. Now, we're gonna come in and we're gonna go over your fire cup, okay? So what can happen is you're gonna tap out your fire cup, clean out everything. You're gonna get some ashes that are gonna build up in these corners right here. We want you to clean those out. What those corners are there for is that creates a coal bed that really helps with the smoke profile of the unit. So help yourself out and give yourself great cooks by keeping those 2 corners cleaned out. Your ceramic igniter, after a while, you're gonna get some ash. It's gonna build up in here. Maybe just take a toothpick or something and clean some of that out. Always remember to put your air door back on, okay? So if you forget to put this on, your grill is not gonna light properly and it's not gonna run correctly, okay? So remember to put your grill or air door back on and make sure it's down all the way. Okay, the other fundamental thing that you have to get right every time is when you put your fire cup back in there, make sure that it is back all the way here and sits on top of the igniter tube. If you do it like this, the performance of your grill is not going to be correct, okay? So let's make sure we get it just like that. I'm going to be explaining some other things about your auger tube, and this is what I'm talking about. This is your auger tube. All right. Come around here. We're going to go over the controller. Okay, you're going to use these 2. You're going to turn your controller on by pressing the power button, and you're going to be, it tells you what to do here. But at this stage, I want to show you about the 3 soft keys that are on the side. So these soft keys allow you to go in and change various things on your controller. So I'm going to press the bottom key right now. We're going to select Pellet, More. We're going to, at this stage, you can see that I am changing which probe that I want to control my grill, which is an amazing feature here. We're going to go back down to settings, and we're going to go to this screen here. Okay, right now we're at the save button, but we're going to be able to come and rotate that around. You can see where we're at here. Okay, so this is another way to turn lid detection on and off. You can also do it from your app, but if you wanted it on, you would press that, which I'm telling you, do not do that. All right, we're going to come down, priming, leave it on 30 seconds. Ignition time, let's stay with 10 minutes. And this is the one that I want to explain to you. Pit probe offset. So he gives you the ability to offset the temperature that is displayed on the screen by, I think it's around 40 degrees. And that is going to be the probe that you have here. You can use your ambient probe that you have plugged in, and if you care more about the top of your grill grate temperature than what you do actually the air inside your cabinet, you can subtract this number from this number and then change it here by changing this. So let's say it runs 20 degrees hotter here than what it does up here. Well, you can tell it to add 20 degrees to the display, and then all of a sudden what it's displayed will be the actual grill surface temperature, okay? So everybody's different. You know, I like to know what my top grate is doing. Because when I'm down here, I'm opening the lid all the time, I'm flipping everything, so it's not that big a deal to me, but everybody's different, and they give you the opportunity to be able to do that. Just remember that when you come around, you go to save and you press in, okay? So, like I say, some very cool features that they have. Now that I want to go ahead and start my grill, so I'm going to press the knob in to ignite it. I'm going to rotate it to whatever temperature that I might want. And then we're going to take a look at the icons and see what's going on. So the AU means that our auger is coming on. The F1 means our combustion fan is on. As we come around here, this number here is an amazing number because it tells you the percentage of on time for your auger. So in every 18-second cycle, this number is going to change, okay? Right now we're running the auger 100% of the time. As we go up, there's going to be a Bluetooth whenever it hooks up to your phone, and then now you can see the Wi-Fi logo is on. These boxes across the top, those are going to let you know every time you plug in a probe, one of those boxes is going to come up, okay? Now you can come in, our igniter, the IG, just came on, so now it's going to try to start making the fire. Every time you press the knob in, you're going to go to a different screen. There's all kinds of graphs. This is going to be for every one of your meat probes that you plug in. If you want to just look at one meat probe, you're going to be able to just see all of that, okay? We're back to our main dashboard here. Okay, so now we want to go over the shutdown procedure. So I want to make sure that you see this. Please follow it, and you will not have any more problems at your startup on your next cook. Okay, so let's say that we have meat in here, and it's all ready to go. We're going to come in, we're going to open this up, and we're going to go, okay, we are ready to shut this thing down. So you're going to go ahead and grab your bag of pellets. You're going to come around to the back side. You're going to take your basket off. You're going to put your bag of pellets around the chute. You're going to pull the pellet release. Catch all those pellets. We want to reuse those. We don't want to waste those. Okay? All right. Now we've caught all of our pellets. Then I come around and I take my meat off. I get all of my meat off. I leave it cooking. So the unit still thinks that it's trying to cook. It's going to actually jump all the way up to 100%, and it's going to keep trying to cook. And that's what we want. So we're going to get our meat off and everything, and we're going to let it continue to operate in the running mode until that you can turn around and look here and look at your auger tube and make sure that there's no more pellets. So you let it run in cooking mode until it has augered out all of the pellets that are in the auger tube. Once you do that, that allows you to be able to come over and press your power off button, which will put it into cool down mode, and now you want to leave the unit alone. It will eventually turn itself completely off. Don't forget, on the first time that you get your grill, you want to really put some good canola oil all on the inside, everywhere. Run it for 2 hours at 275 degrees, and have fun. I want to tell you about one of the other great features of the Trooper grill. So the Trooper grill actually has a leveling kit system, and it is right here. Now what we did is we made it so that we took the cabinet off on this one I have over here on my right hand side so everyone could see it better. So this has the cabinet off, so now you can see actually what's going on. This should make perfect sense to everybody. But I want you to know, so you got it in place. And so the average porch, patio, everything has some kind of grade to it to allow the water to not sit on it, right? And we're wanting you to get your Trooper as level as possible so that everything works correctly on the inside. So I came up with a way in order for you to do that very easily. So you're going to be able to open the door on the bottom, and you're going to be able to pull your drip pan out, and you're going to be able to get to these nuts right here. This nut's going to be on the bottom side of the cooking chamber. This is going to be on the inside. This nut right here, I want you to leave it tight. So we're going to tighten it up here at the shop, and then we want you only to adjust these two. And of course, you know, this one's going to make you go up. Everybody understands that. The one thing do not do is do not leave two of them tight and then start adjusting this side, because you'll actually bend your cabinet. You want to go through there and loosen all of the nuts up so now your cabinet's floating, and then begin your leveling process with these bottom nuts. Once you have it level in both ways, then you're going to come and tighten down these nuts, and you have a perfectly level grill with no blocks or anything like that, and it looks nice.